just about to dry it. I thought I'll give you it as it is, and it's Wednesday today. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well. And I haven't got any content yet, so I thought I'm going to nip into Worcester because one of the ladies who comments in the comment box was talking about a nice lipstick from Superdrug, and we haven't got a Superdrug here in Droitwich. So I thought I'll go into Superdrug, see if I can get this MUA lipstick and have a look. They're matte lipsticks apparently, should be nice, so I'm going to have a look and see what's along the high street in the autumn scene of things. It's a lovely high street down in Worcester. You've got all the trees, so I expect all the leaves will be coming down. And the cathedral's at the other end, as you've seen on many occasions. And what have I been up to this week? Well, still coughing and sneezing and all the rest of it, week 5. Not having good sleeps, but in between time, making it all worse by sorting things out. So I went down into my cloakroom, boot room, which used to be a study, come office. It was a cold room, so we moved it and became a boot and coat room with all my coats, which you saw the other week very briefly. And I have my big cupboard with all my linen, and that's more or less organised. But I had 2 other cupboards which I didn't know where to put, so I had one on top of another. It was all a mess. So I decided to sort it all out and brought some things to the charity shop. Still haven't yet to clear more things. Went in with armfuls of pictures that I didn't need, and it's amazing what you gather over the years, isn't it? Goodness me. And anyway, tidied that space. It makes all the coats accessible properly now. I can see them all a bit better. And I'd love a cupboard, floor to ceiling, to hide it all, but the radiator's in the way. Anyway, so that's that. And yeah, so I'm going to dry my hair. Off I go in a bit. Yeah. You can see, it looks like I've got frosted windows out there. I haven't. It's just the light in here and my lamp is making it look like you can't see out the windows, which is strange. Oh, I did want to mention a book. You may have read it before, Peter Mayle, Bon Appetit. I'll get it, just one moment. I'd forgotten I had it on my shelf, and I read it years ago, and I started reading it the other day, and it made me laugh out loud. It got me through difficult times in life, I always felt. My mum gave it me. It opens up, I'm going to tell you the first bit. The early part of my life was spent in the gastronomic wilderness of post-war England, when delicacies of the table were in extremely short supply. I suppose I must have possessed taste buds in my youth, but they were left undisturbed. Food was fuel, and in many cases not very appetising fuel. I still have vivid memories of boarding school cuisine, which seemed to have been carefully coordinated. Grey meat, grey potatoes, grey vegetables, grey flavour. At the time, I thought it was perfectly normal. I was in for a pleasant shock. And the rest is just unbelievable. It makes me laugh out loud the way he writes. Brilliant writer. So I highly recommend Bon Appetit, because he goes and moves to Provence. And yeah, I'd read A Year in Provence, and this says it travels through France with knife, fork and corkscrew. It makes you want to move there. And I often think, you know, when we think about restaurants here in the UK, I don't go out very often because of the expense. But in the past, if I've ever worked full-time and gone out for a meal, I've come home bitterly disappointed and thought, what a waste. Now, we shouldn't feel like that, should we? And I watch another YouTuber, Hannah Ricketts. She's brilliant. She has thousands of subscribers tuning in on a Tuesday because she goes around looking at and tasting food just off the high street or in restaurants in London. And I don't think she's come across a decent meal yet. And she also does, at the moment, 5-star hotels once a week in London. And it's summarised what I always thought of hotels. Unbelievable, some of them. You could see all the dust flying about on some of the carpets. Oh, and the stains. It's just disgusting. And they think they're going to charge you £700 a night. Unbelievable. So, yeah, that's not every hotel, obviously, but a lot of them were very, very, very poor and not worth the money. And I think she's doing a brilliant job, Hannah Ricketts. And she's a very personable person. But off we go to the high street. let's see what's there autumnal wise. It's mid-October, and yeah, I'll catch you in a bit when my hair's blow dried. So I've arrived in Worcester. Is it raining or isn't it? My brolly is just constantly up and down. Let's go and hit Savers, I mean. No, Superdrug. I'm here at MUA and it looks fabulous. The lady said she had Mystic, and it's, I love them all. They look really creamy and look like they stay on my hand. So I'm going to go for a few. So, yeah, I'll choose. Somebody's watching me, so I don't think I'll film anymore. Just come out of Superdrug, got 2 or 3 lipsticks or a lip balm as well. I'll show you later. They look really good. But the shop was being watched all the time, so it's driving me nuts. I felt like I couldn't even look at anything. Anyway, this is a very old building. I'll turn the camera around actually. Very, very old. And it's the Trail Finders travel shop now. And here I am in Marks and Sparks, in Marks and Spencer's, and just having a quick little mooch. But people kept walking behind me, so it's difficult to film. In the sea salt section, they always have nice brightly coloured clothing, don't they? Some nice cardigan here with a wool mix, merino, made with merino. So that looks very nice. And then there was a whole rack of crew neck jumpers, here we are, in a variety of colours. Pink, sagey green, a teal looking come grey blue, and then a paler grey with flecks of blue. And then this green dress was Nobody's Child. Sort of gave me Laura Ashley vibes from many years ago. Nice stretchy elasticated bodice, but I had to film this about 5 times because the amount of women that came up behind me, and I didn't want their faces on camera. But it's a nice label, this Nobody's Child. A bit out of my price range, but very nice. And here we are with another item from them. It doesn't look good on camera, but it looked nice on the mannequin. It's a sort of very fine cord in black with this embroidery on. And then we move on to a red, very fine cord. Here we are. I think it's a top. Might be a dress, I'm not sure. Looks like a top, I think. And a selection within Marks and Spencer's. And then I go downstairs to, and it says, sorry about mentioning Christmas at this time, but they have Christmas trees of all varying shapes and sizes that you can buy. I've never had a faux tree. I've always bought a real one because I like the smell of the pine, but very good if you want a non-real one. Just been into my favourite shop, Bygones of Worcester, the second-hand diamond and jewellery store where people trade them in. And oh my gosh, I looked at a lovely diamond and sapphire ring, and there's some fabulous rings in there. So normally they cost you an absolute arm and a leg. There's several thousand, Just tried on one for 4,500, and that's second hand. And it's sapphire in the middle with 2 diamonds either side. A salon sapphire, very bright blue, which is what mine is meant to be. Mine's a pretty ring, but it's not that the clarity. You could just see the diamonds were glistening and the sapphire was glistening in the shop. I absolutely fell in love with it. And she said, oh yes, well, do try it on. We can always resize it. So I'm focusing on it and manifesting it, hopefully. And that's just me. And then having said that, I've just been into Marks and Spencer's and bought some bling for £18 to make myself feel better. I'll show you when I get back home. But in the meantime, I've just come outside College Green, where these lovely buildings are. Outside the Cathedral. And the rain has stopped. That's a beautiful view. And my feet are aching. I've got the wrong boots on. Why do I wear the wrong shoes when I know I'm going to walk? But anyway, another picture of the cathedral in front. And just like that, I'm back from Worcester. And I didn't spend 2 hours there. I put 2 hours parking on the car, but it was a bit miserable and damp, so I just thought, well, I'll just bingo into Marks and Spencer's, that is a UK store, and also into Superdrug. And I got my little bargains from both. And the first one, I headed for Superdrug, and I was being watched by a lady in there as soon as I went in. So I felt a bit uncomfortable. I don't like that because it sort of puts me off from shopping. I know they want to look out for store shoplifters, but just to be constantly saying, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, constantly, it drives me nuts. But anyway, I went down to the MUA section, little section, and you'll see it on the video. And I was really thrilled. So thank you to the lady who wrote in and said the cream lipsticks you have are from MUA. They're very good prices. And the first one I've just put on is this one, which is Mystic, which I think is what the lady who wrote in has herself. Lovely creamy. Lovely. I'm really pleased. Sorry about the feelings you keep seeing. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to put on Sincere, which is what another one I bought. And I also bought a beauty balm in Berry Blush. So you can use these on eyes, lips and cheeks. But I'm just going to wipe this one off, just so you can see it in real time. And I'm going to put on Sincere. Without a lip pencil, but brownier than I would have gone for normally. I always think it doesn't suit, but it's not quite brown. It's yeah, it's quite nice. Not too in your face like most of my colours most of the time. That's that one. And then Berry Blush, as I say, is one of these. You can put it on your cheeks. So you push it up, or that's it, you swivel it up. It's got a bit of an iridescent look, so just add it to what I've got. Quite a lot of colour on there. Nice and easy in your bag, just to go. And then maybe put a bit of powder on top if you've got your makeup bag, because powder on top of the blush keeps it on the skin. Quite like that. Just sort of glow, isn't it? Healthy glow. So they're the 3 bargains on MUA stand from Superdrug Chemist. And then I bobbed into Marks and Spencer's just to have a look, and I'll show you a few bits and bobs of clothing. Again, I was being watched by the security guard. And I was trying to dodge him, and I went down to the food hall and I bought these 2 bags of these Italian chocolate collection, because if it's anybody's birthday or anything, I always feel like I've got to rush out and get something. It's nice to have the odd bag in, but I will be trying the second bag myself. And it says specially selected, made in a family-founded chocolate atelier in Cremona, northern Italy, combining traditional Italian methods with exceptional ingredients, imagination and flair. And the selection are white Bianco crema, a milk chocolate filling with crunchy wafer biscuit pieces in a white chocolate shell, milk nocciola croccante, a smooth hazelnut filling with crispy pieces in a velvety milk chocolate shell. I think it's nocciola. Yeah, because CI is chi. Dark crema di cacao, an indulgent cocoa filling with caramelised cocoa nibs in a rich dark chocolate shell. And a milk pistachio crema, a delicate creamy pistachio filling encased in a milk chocolate shell. Don't they look nice? Can't wait for those. And talking of chocolates, before I move on to the bling, I remember in the 70s, we had humble beginnings, and a lot of women in our road did the 6 till 10 shift at Cadbury's. And it's a bit like, if you've ever seen the Lucille Ball clip, where she's got this conveyor belt with chocolates and she's shoving them in her mouth. I always think of that. I loved Lucille Ball. She used to make me laugh out loud. Anyway, the reason I mention it, thinking of chocolates, is because my mum used to talk to some of these ladies, and it was at a time when they were bringing all the shit food into the economy, all the rubbish seed oils and the low-fat spreads. And we had butter. And we just had a tiny bit of butter. We didn't put slabs of butter on anything, but we just had a bit. And people used to come up to my mum and go, not that my mum needed to lose weight, because she was dead, she was dead fit. They used to say to her, if ever you want to lose weight, Veronica, what you got to do is go and get that low-fat spread. It's all the rage. They've found out why we're all big. These women are big. You've got to get your low-fat spread, Veronica. Don't forget to get that low-fat spread. It's really good. And, me and my mum got this horrible cheap stalk rubbish and thinking, what the hell is this? Or any low-fat spread was disgusting. So far removed from butter, they were just whipping up any old rubbish. And I remember wanting to be sick. I said, I hate the taste, I hate the smell, it's vile. And I did recall both me and my mum saying, I don't think it's the low-fat spread they need. They've got to stop eating those chocolates off the conveyor belt, because you were allowed to eat as many chocolates as you liked on that conveyor belt at Cadbury's. You could pop them in like Lucille Ball, and they didn't equate the fact that it was the sugar that was making them big, not a bit of fat spread on your sandwich, honestly. And sugar's obviously in bread as well, but yeah, that was that one. And I still have people saying, no, you need your low-fat spread. All the doctors I know are all on full-fat butter, and they don't say that. They've realised that the fats is what you need in your body, not the sugars. So that's that one for today. Back to the bling. So in M&S, I was doing my little bit of filming, trying to. Every time I tried to bring the dress up to the mirror, I stopped doing it. People would come back behind me and look. So I had to delete the video. And I thought, I'm going to get into trouble here at this rate. But anyway, I went over to the jewellery section. I didn't film it because it was right by the tills. But I did see some bling. £12.50, €17. And I had £10 in credit on my Sparks card, which is like a loyalty card. So they look good for Christmas especially. And I went with some of the blingy bracelets. Look at these dazzlers. And I like the fact that they're stretchy, because I've got a big hand, and no, bracelet ever goes over my hand, unless it's one of these that opens. Looks like I'm stealing the goods when I put bracelets. They always go up to here. But a stretchy one is perfect. Look at that. Look at that glisten. And they're all sorts of shapes and sizes. I like that particular one. Lovely. That's a bit bigger, but hey. Da, 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 da. I'm a happy girl, I tell you. Anything that sparkles for me. Well, that's good as a combination. Looks like one bracelet, doesn't it? And there's all these other little ones as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is £18.50 or €25. So, little bargains. Just as I keep hearing of job losses, but hey, I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to manifest like I did today. I thought, I'm going to get a car park space. I went in and there were 6 cars circling. I thought, oh, that doesn't look too good, but I'm going to get a space. Went straight into one and everybody going, how did she get that? I thought, positive thinking, straight in there. Anyway, I didn't pinch anybody's space, but he was just in front of me. And I thought, yeah, it's a good day today. So I hope you enjoy my little clips. And yeah, Worcester's a lovely city if you've not seen it before. A cathedral city. As I was saying, it's a cathedral city because my video just cut out. And yeah, a beautiful place. I didn't go into the cathedral today. I'll save that up for the Christmas time when they have all their Christmas tree installations and if they have any music on that we're allowed to listen to. So yeah, bye for now. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm trying to think of where nice places to get out to other than shops, but I know shopping is popular on this channel and my views seem to go up. But I will do other things as and when I can come up with the ideas. So have a lovely week and yeah, take care. Bye for now. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm only on 523, is it? But it's still getting better than it was. I was stuck on 25 for years, I think. Anyway, yeah, see you soon. Bye for now.